Um, we are live both on Zoom and then also on YouTube, just for the purposes of those who may not be able to catch up tonight. I know on Sunday evenings like this, there are a lot of activities, Zooms upon Zooms and all. So let me come back and then share my screen so we go right into it. Tonight, I want to keep it very simple so we can have enough time to answer questions that you may have concerning this. So without wasting much time, please let me know if you can see my screen. You can drop. Okay, thank you. Now, I officially welcome you to this opportunity we are promoting called Smart MEV Bot. I happen to be part of the early few who were invited earlier to test this bot when it was launched back in May. Unfortunately, as at May, I had some, I just don't jump on things. I normally want to take my time, make sure I'm convinced, and then I really understand what they do before I can start talking about it. So, although I didn't take the opportunity right from then, despite all the bonuses and all the freebies thrown at me, I decided to rather stick and stay and observe how their system works, right? So now, back in last month, we decided to finally jump on. Now, when they started, I observed that at that point, there were a lot of confusion on their camp as to people labeling them. People were beginning to judge them without necessarily listening to them. Why? Because there was a certain big project that went off around that time, and then 2 days later they launched it. So people were like, oh, those guys just left and these guys are now coming. Come on, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't do this, it doesn't do that. At the end of the day, the whole place was chaotic, but these guys stood their grounds and they were trying to explain what they were doing. For me, I decided to rise above the confusion and rather keep my eyes on exactly what they claimed they were doing. So they then were trading on Solana chain. And one of the reasons why I didn't also activate account then was that I realized that at the point, daily returns were not that good. It wasn't that impressive. And I have a partner here who actually decided to join just to understand how it works. I keep tapping on her and ask, how is it going? What is the returns and all that? Until things began to improve, and I also began to confirm some of the trades they do. So this system is called Smart. Now, this Smart MEV bot, what they are, is actually they're a high, performance MEV trading platform that identifies and extract values from the blockchain, from blockchain transactions in real time. Now, these transactions are verifiable from your back end. You can also verify all their trades and all that. And actually, what they do is that they have this advanced meme pool tracking system with precise execution and automated MEV strategies. So what the bot actually does, it captures the inefficiencies before they surface on the market. Let me explain that. Now, when it comes to trading on decentralized exchanges, this is actually what happens. We have people that we call validators. These validators actually get to see when you place trade. When you place trade, let's say a certain MIP coin has launched and you want to trade it, immediately you begin to put the request that I want to trade this. The validators get to know backdoor that, okay, this wallet is attempting to swap maybe this amount of USDT or Solana or BNB for this new token, right? It has always been a debate in the space. If you have been here or if you have been in the crypto space, if you have not, don't worry, I'll make you understand how it works. So it has always been a debate. So what normally happens is that there are two sides of this argument. There are sides that say that no, if validators get to know about my trade, it creates room for them to make arbitrage trade on my trade, which is actually true, right? So assuming we are on this Zoom call, I am the host. If I put, if I put on my waiting room, when somebody applies to join this Zoom, me being the host of the Zoom will be notified. Augustus is attempting to join the Zoom. You, the audience, will not notice that Augustus is about to enter this Zoom. But then I know, and by allowing him or authenticating him and approving him, he now enters and adds to the number of people. So assuming we are running a test, a live test, and I say, let's predict in the next 3 minutes, how many people do you think are going to join the Zoom? And I am the admin. Before the people join, I get to know. If I am competing with you, what do you think the scenario will be? I'll have the unfair advantage over you, right? But that is the sad reality that exists. So when people place trade, they are about to swap some large volume of transactions. That is when this MEV bot scans the market to see these large orders and then act in advance to make sure, of course, when huge transactions let's say a new token has just launched and somebody is placing order to buy with a large quantity, the number one thing that comes to mind is that this transaction is actually going to cause price to move up, right? And then if I get to know that this guy is coming in to place an order that will cause the price to move, and I have the means, I'll rush ahead of him and buy the token before he buys, so that immediately he buys and price goes up. I sell, I take my profit, and then I jump out of the market. That is exactly how the smart MEV bot works. So these are the steps here. One, the bot automatically scans the blockchain for pending big trades that are about to happen in step one. Then in step two, when it detects a very large buy order, which we all know will create, predictable price increase, the bot will quickly do what we call front run in step three. It will automatically buy this token at a lower price before the big trade goes through, right? Then the big buyers trade finally goes through and price goes up as expected. Then at that point, the bot executes the sell order. Because price has increased, it takes profit and jumps out. So if you observe, mostly when they are doing the live demonstration on our regional course or our global course, you see that within 4 minutes, it takes maximum of 4 minutes for the whole trade to happen. And these guys do come on Zoom like this to show you, for real, this is how we do it, and this is how we generate the money for you, right? So in this type of trade, what is the worst case scenario? Will it be possible that maybe the bot detects that somebody is about to buy big, it buys, and then the person buys actually, and the price falls? No, because obviously when somebody brings in such volume, and mostly it deals with newly launched meme tokens. I'll take you to GMDN in a minute. As we speak now, several new meme tokens are getting created every single minute, every single seconds as we speak. More and more new tokens are launching on the market, and of course the bot will be there scanning all this and then be taking profit for us. I don't want to keep this too long. When it started earlier, like I mentioned, they were operating just on the Solana chain, and at that time profit wasn't that great, but it was consistent. The worst thing that could happen to the community then they were making like 0.2, 0.3, 0.456% daily, which to me didn't really attract me. Then along the way, they added the BNB smart chain. So Solana chain and BNB smart chain, and that was when the whole story changed, right? So when when they were using the single chain, which was the Solana chain, average daily profit was around 0.6, right? Immediately they added the BSC network, which is the Binance chain. You realize that daily profit began to swing up from 0.6 average to about 1.5, 1.6. And today, all of us witnessed how we made 1.61%, right? So if for nothing at all, today, all of us here, we witnessed that. And this is as a result of the extra, trading opportunities available as a result of combining both Solana and then the BNB chain. And guess what? This is not just the end of it. If BNB or if one more chain could trigger profit from around 0.6% average to around, let's say, even 1% average, what would be your expectation if 2 or 3 more chains are added, right? So this has been the history behind. Now, how do you become part of this whole movement? You only become part of this when you sign up and buy or purchase this MEV bot for a one-time lifetime subscription. Currently, as we speak, the bot is going out for a promotional price of $20, but the original price is actually $100. Now, at the end of this month, by 1st of August, this subscription, promotional subscription price is being increased to $50. So if you're on this call, you haven't signed up yet, or you've signed up and you are still observing, my advice to you is to take advantage of the reduced, subscription fee. It's a one-time thing, and that allows you to take any contract at all. Now, there are 4 different contracts available on Smarts, right? We have the 1-day contract, the 7 days contract, the 30 days contract, and 100 days contract. Now, all these contracts also enjoy the same returns. It is not like a segmented, platform where if you have the higher contract, then your earnings are different. No, we all enjoy the same returns. However, what differentiates this contract from each other is the profit sharing. What is profit sharing? The platform Smart MEV bot, they split profit with you for each successful trade or each successful day's trade. So for instance, if let's say at the end of the day, you made $10 and the company or the platform, their only source of generating money apart from the subscription of the lifetime bot, you don't pay monthly subscription, you don't pay any renewal, you don't pay anything. So the only way they can continue to be in business and keep building and maintaining is to share the daily profits that comes with you. And even that they don't keep it all, they also share with team builders. So your package determines the kind of share ratio you get. So for instance, when you take the 1-day contract, it means that you are agreeing that whatever profit that comes at the end of the day, you want to split with the company with the platform 50-50, right? And the minimum you can put into the 1-day contract is $20. The maximum you can put is $100. So it is capped, it is limited. If you take the 7 days contract, that increases your share of the profit from 50% to 55%, and then the platform keeps 45%. Minimum 20, maximum is 300. Now the 30 days gives you, well, not too bad, profit share, 65% to you, 35% to them. And then minimum to put in there is $100, and then also restricted to maximum 1,000. However, the best price or the best seller in this case happens to be the 100 days. If you go for the 100 days contract, you keep 80% of the profits. The platform keeps 20%, from which they pay, community rewards to team builders and all. Minimum to take this is $100 and there is no maximum. And I believe that is where most of you want to belong. You don't want to be restricted, in terms of how much you put in, right? So let's say today, for instance, we made 1.6%. So those who took the 1-day contract, what it means is that they are getting only 0.8%. And then the company is the platform is actually keeping the other 0.8% just because of the contract they take. Let me also state that these contracts, after taking it, can be terminated at any point in time. How do I mean? Let's say I come in this morning, I put $100 into maybe the 100 days contract. And even before the day could end, something came up. I need my money back. I want to cancel the contract and just take my money and go. You are permitted to do that, right? The only thing is that any interest or profit that may have accrued to the account at the point of you came originally that I want to take this contract for a whole 100 days, and then you decided to opt out. So since you are no more interested in the contract, you shouldn't be also interested in the profit, right? Fair deal. So you can cancel this contract at any time, but they will deduct any earnings that you have received in advance from your total balance to ensure that your original capital is returned to you, as a whole. Now, they also have what we call the auto compounding feature that actually helps us to boost our returns. So let me state that when it started from May, average daily monthly return has been around 24%, but with the addition of the smart chain or the BSC network has increased this from 24% to around 36%, or in a worst case scenario, 30% in a month, right? Now, if you decide to, rather than withdrawing your daily profit, you decide to reinvest it. All of us know the power of what we call compounding. If you are new to compounding, what it means is very simple. Assuming today, as nature will have it, today we made 1.6%, right? So what it means is that as of today, if you had invested, let's say $1,000 in Mev Bot, at the end of the day, we made a profit of $16, right? This $16 is available to you. You can withdraw because minimum withdrawal is just $10, and withdrawal takes few seconds to hit. I think if I have time, I'll take you to one account. We'll place withdrawal together on this call, and then you see how long it takes to hit my wallet. I think we need to experience that so you understand the system. So let's say you have the right to withdraw this $16, and then you decide that, no, I don't actually want to withdraw this $16, but I want it to compound. What it means is that by the end of the day, tomorrow's new capital will no longer read in the system as $1,000. It will now read as $1,016, right? So if the same 16%, 1.6% is applied, you realize that it is beginning to increase already, even after day one, right? So let's say the next day we make extra 1.6%, you add it up, and your total capital now begins to read as 1,032. By day 7, you are already running around 1,100. And so the effect is that instead of just withdrawing your capital, it allows you to compound it and make more. And like Albert Einstein always say, compound interest is the 8th wonder. As for the other 7, they already exist in a good book, but the 8th one is actually what we have here as compound. You can put it on and also put it off at any time you wish. So let's say I started with 1,000, then I compounded and I reached maybe 1,003 or maybe 1,004. I can now go back to my account and say, no, don't compound anymore. Whatever comes, I want to now start taking daily. And immediately you do that, the next 24 hours, the next trade, the profit hits your account, you have access to actually withdraw it, right? And aside that too, they have a very, very lucrative and rewarding community plan, or what we call the comp plan. for those of us who like to talk about good projects to our friends, naturally it happens. When you chance on a good project, what's your first instinct? You call a friend and say, bro, you should look at this. Sometimes you don't do that because of the commission. You do that because you want the best for your friend. But then we are in a marketing space. For you telling a friend about a good product, once you recommend them in our profession, that is a business you've created right there, and that business is supposed to be rewarding you, right? So they have a structure that rewards you all the way to your 20th level or your 20th generation. If you are here with me, you do not understand what generations or levels are. Let's say this is me, Jerry. I invited you to join Smarts, right? You are directly hooked under me and you are called my direct referral or my level 1. Now, you came and you experienced the system, you decided to also mention it to a friend. Your friend signs up under you, he becomes your level 1, but becomes my level 2. So you are my son, that is my grandson, right? My grandson also gives birth to another person, and that becomes my great grandson, and I've already grown white beard and all that. So it goes on and on and on and on, all the way to the 20th level deep. And now that is why I want you to take a pause and just think about this. Imagine you have a chain of store by doing one thing, referring a friend who tells a friend, the friend tells a friend and friend and friend and friend, and every day, all their profit they make, you are paid on it because you are the one who opened that entire genealogy or what we call structure, and you earn from it on daily basis. Now, how much do you stand to gain? You earn 10% on your direct referrals daily profits. So let's say like today, we traded, I referred you, you came in with 1,000, and then maybe you made a profit of $100 for the day. 10% of that comes to me at the end of the day because you are my first level. But mind you, this is only paid on the profit, not on your principal, right? Now, how do I qualify for that? One, for referring you personally, I need a personal volume of $100, and I should have a direct team total of $1,000. Once I have $1,000 of volume directly under me, the system automatically opens my level 1 commissions, and I will now receive 10% of all your earnings at the end of each day, right? Now, once I spot you going on to also bring friends and your team is growing, now it requires that if I want to start earning on my level 2, then my personal volume or my personal active contract should be increased to 200, with my total direct volume increasing to 2,000, and that gives me 5% more on all these. It goes on and on. You need level 3. Your personal input should be 300 with 3,000 direct team volume, and then you earn 5% on that. It goes all the way to the 20th level, where with just 2,000 and 20,000 personal volume, you are able to earn on the entire team level. And I know most of you here are already activated on this system, and you know what I am talking about, right? Now, let me also stress this, that at each point in time, if these volumes reduce, let's say your personal volume, so you are on level 10 with $1,000, personal input, and then at a point maybe your contract expired, then you came in with $500. Once you came in with $500, it is going to degrade you down to where you actually fit, and then you end up, meaning that you are trying to forfeit all this. And so I believe for team builders, the best possible way to start, I think, should be 500. But once you see your team growing, which you have access to all this data, you start increasing till you hit your personal 2K, and then enjoy the rewards that comes with it. Why? Because this whole project has a very positive outlook. We have more and more users coming in. We have 30, as we speak today, over 41,000 active, users. Now, that also means that, think about it, just 41,000 people are aware or have decided to say yes to Smart. So it means that you have the entire 10 billion population out there waiting for you to actually break this news to them. Don't hard sell to them. tell them about what we have. Most of them will say no. They will judge it before getting to understand. That's fine. But in the near future, they are still coming back to it because I personally do not see this going anywhere. Now, let's look at the potential community rewards in terms of the team builders. So in this example, we are just saying, let's say in your whole world, right? You don't need to be, a marketing guru to build something like this that can reward you at least $500 on daily basis. How do you start? You start by just referring to people. Tell two people about this opportunity. Let's all assume that all of us decide to just start with just $1,000. I started with 1,000. Maybe you came in, you're like, okay, let me also do 1,000. But the truth is that there are people who come in and do 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, depending on what they see. But let's just cut it down to everybody's level at $1,000, right? And then you train these two people to do exactly what you are doing. That is charging them to also produce two people, and then everybody just understanding that we all want to target the daily returns of $500, additional structural income. This has nothing to do with your personal 1.6% that like we enjoy today. No, this is just an additional, and it is the fastest way to build wealth. Your ability to tell people about good things. I'm not saying just promote anything, at least do your background check. So how does it work? Let's say your two people also ended up bringing two. Everybody brings two, even up to just the 10th level. At the end of the day, if everybody comes in with just $1,000, and then let's say the calculations we see here is even based on an average of 1% daily. Now, 1% daily, today we did 1.61%. So you know that we are being very, very generous with the calculation, not trying to blow this whole thing out of proportion. But then you realize that with a simple team of this nature, your daily $500 is guaranteed. At the end of the day, you make at least $15,000 in a month, even if you are just operating with just 1,000, or in the worst case scenario, $2,000 as the team structure reveals. You do not have to look at the numbers here. You just have to see your two, focus on the two, train them to get their two, train everybody. Let's all come to the understanding that we want to take advantage of the structural income rather than the 1%, 2%. And this can roll up to serious amount of money. In fact, watch out for my testimony. It is building up. You want to get to a day where you hear maybe every day Jerry wakes up and he makes $10,000, in commission. Before you take it serious, wait for it. It is coming. So how do you start? It's very simple. Get in touch with whoever shared this or invited you here. Ask them for their link. Sign up immediately using any of the Web3 wallets or self-custodial wallets, such as Trust Wallet, Soulflare, Phantom. You can even use Gmail to sign up. After signing up, the next step is that you activate the bot. You pay for the bot activation fee of $20. But the good news is, from now to the end of this month, my leaders and I have decided that anybody who signs up in our team, we are taking that cost. We've been doing it ever since we started. We will activate the bot for you. So you put the little money you have into the trading, and then test how it works. Make sure you understand it before you can go on and also recommend to others. And then you have a very different, MEV strategy bot, which is, powered or built on a real blockchain strategy, and it gives you the real on-chain proof. Each time it takes transaction, these transactions are recorded automatically at our back end. You click on those transactions, it takes you to the chain. You can verify the profit made and everything, all the statistics at our back end. And then the community profit sharing model is another thing you may want to take advantage of, because you do not want to, you see, the beauty of this whole thing is that I believe more in leveraging than taking the risk all alone. if me alone I put in, let's say, just $1,000 or even $20,000, how much can I make per day? I'm still limited to that 1.6% a day. But if I decided to mention it to people and they come to see the truth in this, they put in the little adds up. Tomorrow you see your account flying, and of course you don't want to be desperate while doing that. And you just need to be a bit responsible and tell people the truth. Don't blow it out of proportion. Say it as it is. Don't tell them we pay 3, 4, 5% when we have no evidence to back that, right? Currently, they have successfully integrated Solana chain. They have the BNB, the BSC chain, and coming soon, they are coming up with Arbitrum 1, and of course, other chains. And then also coming soon is a new bot they are launching called the Atomic Arbitrage Bot and Backrun Liquidation Bot. All these products are coming in. What this tells you is that they have not arrived yet. They just started in May. In May, even the other chain integrations, they haven't even completed that one yet. And so stop thinking about when are they going. So stop thinking about, can they last for 1 month? Can they be here for 100 days? I mean, by the time they start, even expanding to other chains, Arbitrum 1, and then maybe, what's the other chain? Maybe TRC chain, the Tron network and all that. That could take few months more. And already by the close of first contract, if you, for instance, you take 100 days contract and at the end of the 100 days, you compounded, that should give you at least 2.53%, 3x of your money. If you are so scared and afraid, you take your profits, your principal, and then you break even on the platform, use the profits generated to run the system so you can have, peaceful nights and stop scaring yourself, needlessly. So in a nutshell, this is the opportunity we have here called Smart. Very simple. This business doesn't need a lot of talking, and basically this is why we invited you here. So please, coming back to my screen, if anybody has any questions or reservations about what I've said so far, any addition, Pastor Mensa, good evening to you. Good to see you in the house. Focus, my brother, fireman, good to see you in the house. If you have any reservation at all or any questions, anything you want me to explain to you, please feel free, and then maybe raise your hand. I would allow you access to ask anything you want. If not, then we'll continue with the back end. I promised earlier that I was going to do live, live withdrawal. I'm coming. Let me see if there are messages. Okay. Any messages at all? Okay, for funded leaders, since the bot will not increase pricing, no. Okay, thank you. So let me quickly do withdrawal, live withdrawal here. Let's all observe. I think first of all, what I need to do is to paste my wallet address in the chat box so that all of us, we are blockchain, at least if for nothing at all, you are my followers. I know you can verify these things on your own. So let me get my my BEP20 wallet deposit wallet address. I'll drop it in this chat so that we will do the withdrawal together, and let's see how long it takes to hit our wallet. Awesome. So let me drop the wallet in the chat box for us. Give me 1 minute, please. Okay. In the chat box now is my personal wallet address that I'm going to use for the withdrawal. I think we should all check it. And then I am going straight to my account on Smart. Let me share screen so we can all follow the process. Okay, 1 minute. Please bear with me. I'm trying to sign into my account before I share screen. Awesome. I'm here. Okay. Okay, so please, if you can see my screen, give me 1 minute. Please, if you can see my screen, let me know. I want us to do this.
Yes, sir, we can see it. Let's go.
Okay, awesome, awesome.
Yes,
awesome.
we can see.
Okay, so first of all want to clean this address and put my own address here. Can you confirm if this is the address I just pasted, ending with C987? And then let's check the balance in this account first. You know, Jerry is really a broke guy. There's nothing in this wallet. So look at it. This is my total holdings of what? $3, right? Awesome. Now let me take you to Smart. Okay, here. Thankfully, I have some few dollars here on this account. So what I'm going to do this evening is to just place, let me refresh so that we know here, is to just place withdrawal now, right? So I'm going to paste the address here. Please confirm it's still ending with, C987. And then let's say I'm going to withdraw everything. I'm expecting, okay, I'm expecting $21.9, right? So I'm going to click withdraw. And in this real time, it says withdrawal application has been submitted successfully. Let me go back to my wallet. Okay, here. Okay, that's it. Now let's refresh and see how long it will take for these funds to hit my wallet. I'm coming. Look at it. There you have it. How many minutes ago? 9 seconds ago. You see? You see the withdrawals? 21.9. How long did it take? Few seconds to hit my wallet. So now let's refresh here. Look at it. That is the account now smiling. This account was frowning a bit a while ago, but it's now smiling because money has just entered 33 seconds ago. 33 seconds ago. So this is how easy, how simple it is to withdraw. You don't need to wait for anybody's approval. Once you place the withdrawal, it comes instantly to your wallet within split seconds. And obviously, this is what we are inviting. Oh, wait, is it the same Yinka I know? If it is the same Yinka, I would like to say a big, 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 big welcome to you, my brother. Good to have you in the house.
Thank you so much, sir.
My boss himself in the house. Good.
Appreciate you, sir.
Good to
You are
have
doing
you.
a great job tonight. Thank you so
Thank
much
you, my
for.
brother. Thank you for joining us. Wow.
Thank you
So
so much, sir.
in case you care to know, thankfully, all of us here know Yinka because we've been on this journey for long. And most of you here have been in my network for like what? Many years. So we know Yinka from AI marketing to other things. I don't I don't want to
It's been a journey. It's
I
a
don't
really,
want
really long journey.
I don't want to
Thank you
mention
so
names,
much.
but my brother, good to see you, my brother.
Yeah,
And I
it's
see
good to see you.
I'm
Thank you
beginning to
so much,
take
sir.
your footsteps, beginning to take after you and replicate what you are doing. And I can't wait for us to do one mega, collaboration.
I'm
Ghana and
telling
Nigeria,
you.
we bring all the leaders
Yes, sir.
together. We do it
Yes, sir.
big,
Yes,
or if possible, we go to South Africa, somewhere to
yes,
have fun. We'll get there. We'll reach out to
definitely.
Steve. Get that.
We
Yes.
will.
So
We
my
will.
people, that is how easy withdrawal is. You don't wait for any approval. Just imagine immediately I click submit, while money was already in my wallet. And that's what we are inviting you for. So please, if you have any question, any reservation, if not, then I would like to say thank you so much for coming, but I cannot let you leave without asking Leader Focus and Leader Mensa. Oh my God, why are they muted? I mean, a minute. Please, if you have anything to say at all, you add it before we leave.
Oh, okay. Good evening,
Good evening, sir.
leaders. Good evening, guys. It's been a very beautiful and awesome night. I mean, the presentation was very deep. I mean, insightful. I've learned a lot. One thing I would tell every leader here is that we have been in this journey for long. Our hands has been bent several times, and then
Mhm.
the more you do something, the more you practice, the more you become almost perfect to it. So when this project was presented to us, presented to our leader, and then he called some of us, we did our due diligence, and then we saw that no, this is good. This is going to bring out cash, I mean, red dollars into our pocket, into our account.
Mhm.
So we took it up, and then here we are. What I'll tell everybody here is that go and gather yourself, gather your leaders, talk to your friends, talk to your colleagues, talk to your father, your mother, even your enemies, because money doesn't, I mean, dislike an enemy. Enemy
Mm.
also like money.
True.
So do that. Exactly, leader. So go back and then do the work, and it will pay. Somebody
Awesome.
was telling me, leader, somebody was telling me, but the distance is that is dropping small, so the referral bonus is dropping small. And I told him that you don't know how it works. Give yourself 2 months, give yourself 3 months, work hard, because I'm a testimony of one basic certain project that I don't want to mention here.
Of course.
So when you do it, I mean, consistently, and then you pursue, you work hard. Within 2 3 months, you see how much a referral bonus you're going to receive. So
Exactly.
God bless us all. Let's move.
Mhm.
Let's shake the whole of Ghana, Africa, and then we go and enjoy one of these days in Singapore, one of the holidays islands.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Definitely. Hey, don't let it out of the bag yet.
Yeah.
Thank you, my leader. Thank you so much. So on this note, I would like to say, Pastor Mensa, I don't know if you have anything to say. If not, then we call it a night. Get rest and get ready for the upcoming week. My brother, if you have anything to say. Okay. Okay. So on this note, let me say a big thank you for your time with me. You may see only few people are here yet, but that presents you with an opportunity to go out there and tell the world what is cooking. And Jerry, if I say it's cooking, you know me, it is cooking. So get ready, get involved. Let's build